أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم باب ما يقال عند رؤية الهلال عن طلحة بن عبيد الله رضي الله عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان إذا رأى الهلال قال اللهم أهله علينا بالأمن والإيمان والسلامة والإسلام ربي وربك الله هلال رشد وخير رواه الترمذي وقال حديث حسن. This chapter is regarding a particular dua which Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say upon seeing the new moon. As we all know that Islamic months are based on lunar calendar. When a new month, Islamic new month starts on the basis of the moon. When the new moon begins, Islamic new month starts. And Prophet of Allah used to teach his Sahaba, his students, that whenever we see a new moon, we should read the dua. The dua is this that we should all know by heart. Hazrat Talha bin Ubaidillah radiallahu anhu relates from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam that whenever he used to see a new moon, hilal, new moon, qala, he used to say this dua that Allahumma ahillahu alayna bil amni wal iman. O Allah, make this new moon, which is the new month, a means of peace and means of strengthening our iman in the following month. Allah has given new month, so Allah make it a peaceful and a means of our strength in our iman. Bil amni, aman, peace, iman, our belief in Allah, and was salamati wal Islam, and make this a peaceful and blessings and means of Islam for us. Rabbi wa rabbuka Allah, O my Lord Allah, hilalu rushdin wa khairin, make this a means of guidance and means of goodness for us in the following month. So this dua, we should all know it and we should all recite. And as we know that the month of Rajab has started a week ago, and Prophet of Allah used to specially read one dua along with this dua when he used to see the month of Rajab. The month of Rajab is the 7th Islamic month, followed by Sha'ban, which is the 8th month, followed by Ramadan, which is the 9th Islamic month. Islam also has 12 months. Inna iddata shuhuri inda Allah ithna ashara shahran fi kitabillahi yawma khalaqa as-samawati wal arda minha arba'atun hurum. That indeed the number of the months in the eyes of Allah are 12. Which 12? Muharram, Safar, Rabi'ul Awwal, Rabi'ul Sani, Jamadul Ula, Jamadul Sani, Rajab, Sha'ban, Ramadan, Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah. So these 12 months are the Islamic months, and Rajab is the 7th month, and then Sha'ban, which is the 8th, and then the Ramadan, the main Islamic month, Ramadan, the month of fasting. So Prophet of Allah, when he used to see the hilal, the moon of Rajab, in which we are now, he used to read a special dua. He used to say, Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab wa Sha'ban wa ballighna Ramadan. That, oh Allah, bless us, give us barakah, give us blessings in the month of Rajab and in the month of Sha'ban also, and wa ballighna, and make us reach, meaning lengthen our life so we can reach the month of Ramadan, so we can make the most of Ramadan. Very beautiful dua. That Prophet of Allah who never wanted to stay in this worldly life. This was the reason other prophets, they had their lifespan was over 1,000 years. Prophet Noah lived for over 1,000 years. Prophet Adam 1,000 years. Other prophets 500 years, 600 years. But our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the seal of the Prophet who was very beloved to Allah, he was only given the lifespan of 63 years only. The greatest Prophet is living the shortest life. So he never wanted to stay in this worldly life. But when Rajab used to start, he used to ask Allah, "Oh Allah, now because we are close to Ramadan, don't take our life. Now make us live and let us live till Ramadan, and after Ramadan we can take our life." So every Rajab used to say this, that now we are close to Ramadan, oh Allah. Oh Allah, now let us stay in this world so we can make the most of Ramadan. So much importance Prophet of Allah used to give. So we should also read this dua, constantly in this month, Rajab and Sha'ban, which is the next month, and ask Allah. Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab wa Sha'ban means, oh Allah, give us blessings so we can prepare ourselves for the month of Ramadan in this month of Rajab and Sha'ban. Meaning, if we don't prepare ourselves for the month of Ramadan, as soon as Ramadan starts, we will be lazy. We might not be in our habit to do more and more in the month of Ramadan. Like an example our teacher used to give is that when you start driving a car, you start driving in the first gear. The car is very slow. Then when you go to speed limit to 10, you put in the second gear, car goes a bit faster. Then the third gear even faster, fourth gear even a bit more faster. In the fifth gear you are max speed limit on the motorway. This is our example, that start your car of your taqwa. Start your journey of taqwa in Rajab. So in the Rajab, first gear. By the time you get to Sha'ban, you should be in the third gear. By the time you get to Ramadan, you should already be in the speed and doing most of it in the month of Ramadan. This is what it means by that Allah bless us in the month of Rajab and Sha'ban. Meaning, if we used to read one sipar of the Quran in Rajab, before Rajab, Allah make us read 2 now. Make us read 3 in Sha'ban. And in Ramadan, without any accountability, read as much as you can. So Prophet of Allah used to ask especially, "Oh Allah, now we are close to Ramadan. Oh Allah, bless us. Give us barakah in our life, in our time." When we hear that scholars, our pious ulama, pious predecessors in the past, they would recite the Quran in one night. Or even in 1-2 rakat salah, they used to read the whole Quran from front to back. Why? And if we try, we can't do, because maybe there was more barakah in their time than our time. And hours go by, and yet we can't even finish 1 para or 1-2 siparas. But there were scholars. Hazrat Usman bin Affan, a Sahabi, he would recite the whole Quran in 3 days. There was others who would recite the whole Quran, even more than the Quran, in 40 siparas, meaning 1 Quran and 10 juz in 1 day. Imam Shafi rahimahullah used to recite. Imam Hanif rahimahullah even more. You see, because they had barakah in their time. So we should ask Allah, "Oh Allah, bless us. Allahumma barik lana fi Rajaba wa Sha'bana wa ballighna Ramadan." Oh Allah, bless us in the month of Rajab, in the month of Sha'ban, and make us read the month of Ramadan. So we make the most of Ramadan, because Ramadan is the month. They say Rajab and Sha'ban is the pre-wash. Sometimes when our wives or our ladies are home, they wash their clothes. Before they have some some dirt, strong dirt on the clothes, they do a pre-wash. They use vanish nowadays to clean, and then they put in the washing machine. So our example in the month of Rajab and Sha'ban is a pre-wash. Meaning, clean yourself, clean your main dents in Ramadan, in Rajab and Sha'ban. In Ramadan, you should be fully cleaned, fully washed, free from sins. This was the reason Prophet of Allah used to say that if a person has the month of Ramadan and yet he is not forgiven by Allah, then there is no bad person than him. Even in the month of Ramadan, he is not forgiven. So for this reason, Prophet of Allah used to prepare himself. So we should also prepare ourselves. Our daily 5 salawat should be very punctual. Along with 5 salawat, nawafil salah, the tilawat of the Quran should also be there. To ask Allah, if we don't, appreciate the month of Ramadan, then Ramadan will come and go, and people will not change. And na'udhu billah, nowadays, people take Ramadan as a burden. They say, Na'udhu billah, oh, Ramadan again. Oh, again fasting. No, we should say, yes, Alhamdulillah, Ramadan is coming. Sahaba used to love Ramadan so much, they even requested Prophet of Allah, ask Allah to make the whole year Ramadan. This was their iman. And what we say, oh, Ramadan again? Again 18 hours fast? Nowadays we have, issue of timetable. Different masjids got different timetable. Our masjid got different timetable. We have an issue, we have a problem. But, some people have a, genuine concerns regarding the timetable. But some people are fed of long fasting. Because fasting, according to our timetable, is 1 hour longer. So people complain. But we ask them, in winter, we start our fast at 6 o'clock. We break our fast at 4 o'clock, only 10 hours. Nobody questions then. Why so short? Is our fast okay? But when a fast goes longer, 18 hours, 17 hours, then we all question. No, we shouldn't take it as a burden. If real concern should be answered, but concern just because it is too long, this is not right. Sahaba used to Makkah. In Makkah there is 50 degrees. 50 plus degrees, centigrade, heat and hot is there. Yet, they used to fast, they fast. Alhamdulillah, they all fast. In countries like this, we can't even tell, the time goes very quickly. And one of the pious person used to make dua to Allah, oh Allah, don't deprive us from the goodness of Ramadan because of our bad. Meaning, we are so bad, we are so guilty that we don't deserve the month of Ramadan. Oh Allah, don't deprive us. Don't look at our bad. Look at your mercy and take us into the month of Ramadan so we are washed. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. So these two du'as are very, very important. We should ask Allah that, oh Allah, especially Allahumma hillahu alayna bil-amni wal-iman was-salamati wal-islam Rabbi wa Rabbukallah hilal rushdin wa khaylin. This dua. And secondly, for the month of Rajab, which we all know it, Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab wa Sha'ban wa ballighna Ramadan. Ask Allah. If you read this, inshallah, if you all read this dua daily, then Allah will see that these people are really, looking forward to Ramadan. Then our, mentality, our attitude will be different. We'll be welcoming to Ramadan. We shouldn't say that Ramadan is coming. We should welcome Ramadan. Yes, Ramadan is coming. Inshallah, I'm prepared. We should prepare. Our children should prepare. Our ladies at home should prepare also to make the most of Ramadan. Will enable us to, take the importance of Ramadan and prepare ourselves from now on.